While Americans were demanding border security, nearly 50 House Republicans were building an escape hatch. I want you to picture this. An illegal farm worker is already inside of the country, already working without lawful status. And instead of Congress enforcing the law, H.R. 9535 creates a pathway for that worker to remain through the H-2A system while waiving certain consequences tied to unlawful presence. Now you can see here, this is the guy that presented the bill. This is Glenn G.T. Thompson out of Pennsylvania. Lives in a very Dutch Amish district. And you know how much the Amish need migrant workers. Now supporters will tell you this is not amnesty. They will call it agricultural reform. They're going to say farmers need workers, crops need harvesting, and the labor system is broken. But here's the question they don't want you asking. When someone enters or remains illegally, then Congress changes the rules so that person can stay. What exactly are we supposed to call that? That is not citizenship. It is a green card, but from a practical standpoint, it functions as de facto amnesty for a protected class of illegal workers. And it also may shield the employers who hired them and brought them here illegally in the first place. I want you to hear it right from the horse's mouth.
It is a pleasure to be with you here today as we're celebrating the introduction of the Securing Agriculture's Workforce Act of 2026, affectionately known as SAWA. This bill is years in the making, and its reforms are long overdue. Congress has not updated the H-2A visa program since Ronald Reagan was president of the United States.
Ronald Reagan signed the first mass amnesty deal. And right now, I don't think we need to update anything that allows people in our country to remain here illegally, to remain in our country. I don't care what it's about. Why are these 50 Republicans and 4 Democrats not bringing together a decorum about the SAVE Act? Because the SAVE Act is stalled. Americans are being told that securing elections, enforcing citizenship requirements, and restoring confidence in the system are too difficult. This is a loophole. That's what this is. This is a damn loophole for illegals.
And if you ask anyone who uses the program, they'll say that you can tell that.
Oh,
based on the program.
Oh, yeah.
And I serve as chairman of the House Agriculture Committee on Agriculture, which means the subject of ag labor falls outside of our jurisdiction. However, while it is not, it is certainly, while it may not be in our jurisdiction, it is certainly our interest. In the interests of the farmers and the ranchers, the foresters that we represent. And that's why we're all here today.
They're here because the lobbying groups that are paying this guy. They're here because they want cheap labor. They're here, right here in the description, makes key reforms to the H-2A visa program. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want any reforms to any system that gives an illegal a loophole. But apparently finding a legal workaround for illegal labor can move forward while the SAVE Act is stalled. That contrast is the real story. Because this is bigger than one farm bill. It's about whether laws still mean what they say or whether Washington simply rewrites them whenever powerful industries float some cash your way and demand an exception. We're going to break down this actual language inside the H.R. 9535. You'll see why conservatives inside Congress are calling this exactly what Republican leadership insists it's not. This is mass amnesty. Look at this. Look at the 53 co-sponsors. 49 Republicans. It is currently sitting in the House Judiciary Committee. This came to the floor on June the 30th. You got 4 Democrat sponsors. You've got 49 Republicans that are, their names are long. The most controversial section would allow illegal aliens already living in the United States to obtain H-2A agricultural worker status. They only have to work 5 3/4 hours a day, 180 days a year, or over the last 180 days. The amounts of legalization program for illegal alien farm workers already inside of the country. This is garbage. Look at this. Among its provisions, the bill would allow labor certifications lasting up to 3 years. Guess what's happening in 3 years? The president of the United States is gone. The likelihood of these people being allowed to vote is why they won't pass the SAVE Act. You bring in a bunch of people on migrant visas, these H-2A visas. What stops them from voting? Nothing. Nothing stops them from voting. They're going to stagger the entry and exit dates. They're going to allow them to transfer to another qualifying agricultural employer. They're just going to move around. It's going to create a streamlined online platform for H-2A applications. This is the bill. Go and read it. HR 9535. I will put the link in the description. I urge all of you to read this. Well, and now this is trending on the news. We're one of the few channels that's covering this. House Republicans' farm bill draws party backlash. Now, I mentioned it to another channel. They said, well, I'm just going to go to the source. I don't believe it. Is that what you do whenever you don't believe what John Thune's doing? You went to the source? Come on, man. Quit being a condescending prick. That's what people are doing right now. If they don't come up with this, if this is not their idea, they're condescending pricks because somebody else shows what's happening and they're not the lead on the story. Introduced June 30th by Rep. Glenn Thompson with 40 Republicans, 9 Democrats. HR 9535 aims to extend H-2A certification, stagger worker arrivals, and record 400,000 plus jobs that these migrants are signed up and working. Now, there's a lot of people coming out. Anna Paulina Luna won't come to the floor. No amnesty. Good. Chip Roy, no amnesty. Secure the border for good. More deportations. Here's Glenn G.T. Thompson's little X page. I want to see if he's getting blasted. I'm going to start following him. Let's see. Here it is right here. Farm Food and National Security Act. Right. Okay. Yeah. Nice tractor, right? This is what this guy's about. I understand what he's trying to do. I do. But I don't like the idea that he's working for people other than America. And when you're trying to give migrants a pathway to citizenship, you're not working for Americans. Here we go. Republicans passing stealth amnesty less than 4 months before the midterms is malpractice. New House partisan bill expected to pass will grant amnesty to undocumented farm workers unlawfully present in the United States. What stops them from voting? Not a damn thing, man. Look at this. Last time Congress successfully passed a full annual budget on time for the next fiscal year was 97. They're going to tie this in. They're going to tie this into some sort of budget to get this passed. I can't just, and here we go. Look, Katie Davis Court. The Trinidad Aragua gang members accused of kidnapping, torturing, attempting to kill a Washington State woman last year worked seasonal jobs in the agricultural industry. This is a pipeline for criminals, and this guy's behind it. Anna Paulina Luna is a veteran. She understands this process, and I'm glad that she's against it. I'm going to show you this. This is the H-1B visa program in action. Just watch this animation. Look where they all go. Major cities, sanctuary cities, blue cities, Democrat cities, states that they want to flip blue. It's the same damn way it'll work for this. And you'll just keep pumping them in, pumping them in, pumping them in. But it's all about, food insecurity. Well, what it's going to do is it's going to lower wages for Americans. You're replacing Americans with illegal migrants. And look, here we got Gunther Engelman's on this. Good. Nearly 50 House Republicans just pushed H.R. 9535, de facto amnesty for illegal aliens. Look at this. Alien. An alien described in this paragraph is an alien who has voluntarily departed the country. They came here on their will. And they came here for one thing, make money and send it back. And I am not going to buy this. Totally unacceptable. I agree. This is another clown show of a game that Republicans are playing. And they're playing with American lives. None of these people would be vetted because they're already here illegally. They came here under Biden and they were not vetted. I cannot believe this shit. While the SAVE Act is dying on the vine, like the fruit that they're going to say these people pick. If it's amnesty, millions will get in, even if they pick crops for a week. Even though the Hispanics have been here forever and most are wonderful, we cannot do this. It's the camel's nose under the tent. We will be a minority in the country we founded. You better call your senators. You better call your congressmen because they are going to try to do this. Steve Ferguson down there at the bottom. They hate us. They do hate us. The Amnesty Agricultural Bill has a far better chance of making it through the Senate than the SAVE Act. I think he's right. He says if they manage to pass that without passing the SAVE Act, the war is over. And 20 million, never mind the lettuce pickers, every landscaper. We know how many people are here. 30 plus million will suddenly claim H-2A visas. You got Senator Lee and Scott pushed to cancel the Senate recess for the SAVE Act. I can't believe I'm actually saying that out loud. There's no reason that the Senate should be on a vacation right now while America is at a tipping point of our sovereignty. This is garbage. In case you're wondering about the 49 traitors that are co-sponsoring the H.R. 9535, here's the list. I'll put the link in the description. Look at these names. Republican, 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 Republican. What does it even mean to be a Republican anymore? It used to be America first, you scumbags. And it's not now. Oh no. Let's think of the migrants. Group of 50 House Republicans are pushing this. You don't hate these people enough. Congress is a joke. And I urge you to go back and listen to this.
When we're writing the Farm Bill, I traveled across the entire country asking producers what they needed from Congress so that they could do the important work of feeding and clothing the world.
I tell you what you could do. You could start with looking out for America first. G.T. Thompson out of Pennsylvania. What do you think all of his Amish voters would think about this? I talked to Scott Pressler today. Scott's on it. We're primarying this asshole. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Share this. This is the tipping point of America right now, ladies and gentlemen. 49 Republicans. 4 Democrats. Let's say 49 rhinos. I'll see you in the next one. Man, I'm hot. I am hot.